pause here and let's do a little bit of redirecting our responses to rejoicing, because sometimes we think about rejoicing and we think about it emotionally. We need to reset that.
Jesus showed us how to have a calm, happy, and thriving state of heart and mind in all things. The apostles introduced us to this thriving state of being while under serious, life threatening stress. We now are privileged by the grace and Spirit of God to also experience this calm, happy, and thriving state of being, even under great testing. Two words come to mind: peace and trust. We need peace and trust that God will overrule in our lives so we can keep rejoicing, come what may.
And that come what may, that touches me, because it reminds me of a very, very difficult time in our lives as a family. And I just want to take a moment and share part of that. We have said several times on our podcast about our youngest daughter. When she was 15, she was assaulted, and it was a very, very, very traumatic, very difficult time for several years. Okay, there was a lot of rebuilding and all of those things that had to go on. My task was to be her dad, to be that firmness that helps her to hold on to something so that she can move forward, as well as to do everything else in life. Jonathan, rejoicing is not something you think about at times like that. But here's what happened with me. Here's how God overruled with me personally. We were doing radio at that time, okay?
Sure.
2-hour radio broadcast. That kept going. No matter what was happening outside, that had to be done. And having to focus on that every single week was what kept me sane, what kept me straight, what kept me able to focus on the next day, because I was pressed to be in the scriptures. And being in the scriptures reminded me, God has got this. God has got this. He's the God of eternity. He can certainly walk you and your family through this period of trial. And so for a couple of years of very uncertain life circumstances, the rejoicing for me came through the challenge of showing up every week. And by God's grace, it gave me strength so I could give her strength. That's, and when I look back, I can realize now, okay, that's what thriving in doing God's will looks like, even if it's not comfortable. So that's a rejoice always scenario.